to talk about today a component of kids' health, I suppose, because often the question comes in about Complete Truth protein: is it safe for my child to have? The answer is
You bet
yes.
it is.
So Drew, why don't you kind of explain why or?
Well, the question comes up.
Details.
When it comes to, it's funny when it comes to kids, like when we give our kids baby food, like we give our kids like clean baby, like read the ingredients. We give them like clean baby food. Like a lot of times it's organic, and then we want to make sure they have like the best food. And then they get a little bit older, and then we kind of move away from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You look at me blank.
Well, no. I was just processing what you were saying there.
But it's just funny to me, like why does as we get older as adults, we think we can handle it better than babies, but it's not true. Like babies can tell us so much. Like they tell us when they're happy, they tell us when they want something. Like babies are like flexible and happy, like that's their normal state. And that's how we should be as adults. I think we could learn a lot from babies and kids. But when it comes to different types of food, like nutrients, like we need to give our children the opportunity to live a healthy lifestyle as they get older. So that's why it's important that you to nutritionize their bodies properly as early as you can, because as they get older, it'll be easier.
Yeah. And talking protein powders more specifically, the question comes in with people being unsure if Complete Truth protein is safe because, they've heard that protein powders are not safe for kids to have.
Yeah, it's a great question because most conventional protein powders are not safe for kids, and they're not
or anybody.
And they're not safe for adults either. We shouldn't be consuming them. They have preservatives, additives, toxins, sugars. They make it taste great. They make it look great. You can put it on the shelf, and it has the same type of properties 6 months later or a couple years later as it does right after you open it.
Something that always gets me is the coloring. You see like a bright pink strawberry protein powder shake, or like an orange one, or and I'm like, how does it get that color?
Right.
And it just kind of freaks me out. Like, why is it bright orange? And it's not just protein powders, but it's other, highly marketed health products, you know what I mean, that you see in the gyms and things like that. It's like, why is it bright blue, or why is it bright pink? And it just freaks the heck out of me.
Yeah, it's the same thing like with Gatorade, for example.
See, I didn't want to say a name brand, but you just went ahead and said it.
So for example, like Gatorade has like a bright blue or bright pink, and you look at it and like, how did it get like that? And there's no possible way there could be natural colors to make it that color.
No.
It's not normal. It's not natural. Like what kind of fruit or what kind of natural substance grows that can make it that color? Like,
or
it's not possible.
That like lime green color, or like not, but it's like a cross between a lime and a lemon. It's like a fluorescent yellow. It reminds me of like a cleaning product.
Right.
And it freaks me out.
And we put that stuff in our bodies.
Yeah.
I used to have I know about this because I was one of those people that had giant, big containers of protein supplements. And I had one that was cookies and cream.
Yeah.
And it didn't taste anything like cookies and cream. It smelled horrible. And it was full, like the back of the ingredients had a list that long of ingredients. And I started to pay attention more to read ingredients, and I'm like, what are they putting in this? And I was like, actually like upset. I was angry. Like, why are they allowed to put all these ingredients in this substance that goes into my body? So it's obscene. So getting back to the question of, it's a great question, and we love questions because it gives us a chance to understand more about what questions you have and what you're wondering. But Complete Truth protein is 100% safe for kids. Thank you. It's whole food. It's made with quinoa and hemp seeds. Now we need to give our kids whole foods. The sooner we can introduce these whole foods to them, the better off they're going to be. So we highly recommend, and are encouraging you to offer them the option to try products like this at an early age because they need it.
Yeah. And it's just food. And that is the difference between a conventional protein powder and Complete Truth protein. Is ours is just clean food, like put into a more convenient way to consume it. And whereas the conventional protein powders, it's not food.
Right. It's like many of them are chemical based.
Right.
And so when we say it's safe for kids, so when someone says is CTP safe for kids, that's like saying is an apple or orange safe for kids?
Good comparison. Yeah.
Absolutely, they're food. It's food in its whole form, in its raw form. It's actually a raw product. It's gluten free, soy free, dairy free, GMO free, and it's just a more convenient way to use it. Another thing is once you open the bag, it's shelf stable, airtight. Once you open the bag, it needs to be stored in the fridge. So after with those conventional type of supplements, you put them in the shelf or in the pantry. Forget about them. We've all done it. I used to do it. You forget about it. 6 months later, a year later, I'd have like some little bit in the bottom. Don't know why I didn't throw it away. And you'd still use it because it's still fine. Complete Truth protein's a food, so you wouldn't have a
apple
sitting on the counter for 4 years and then try to eat
Try
it
to eat
again. So Complete Truth protein needs to be used as a food. Now it's safe for probably 6 months after it's open, after the best before date. But we want you to use it right away. And that's not just so you'll buy more of it. We're not those type of people. It's because because once you open the bag, we have different properties in there. Like we have hemp seeds in there, so we have healthy fats in there that we want you to consume right away because the nutritional value kind of decreases. Right, so you don't want to have a bag sitting there for 2.5 years, even if it doesn't go bad. For a bag of food sitting in there for 2.5 years, because we want you to get the most out of it as soon as possible.
It'll be the most nutritious, once you first open it, in the few weeks or a month or so leading after that.
Yeah.
So introducing Complete Truth protein to kids at an early age is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. The sooner the better. And I think that once you introduce these type of products at a younger age, they'll want to have more products.
Right.
So it's not like a constant struggle.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to baking, for example, as the baker,
Yes. You can add Complete Truth protein into your cookie recipes, into your muffins, and it'll give your kids extra nutrients, because I know a lot of parents are concerned. Am I fueling my children correctly? Am I giving them enough nutrients? Even, picky eaters comes up a lot of times, and this is a good way to, sneak in, I don't know if that's the right word, but hide some extra nutrients into smoothies, into cookies, into muffins, and just provide more nutrients for children.
and when you get started, you can start with like a half a cup of CTP and then a half a cup of your regular flour if you want to like slowly implement it.
Right, yeah.
And the same thing with smoothies, for example. Like we recommend 3 tablespoons per smoothie, but you can start off with 1 tablespoon and then 2 tablespoons and slowly increase, because sometimes, especially if you're used to conventional supplements that has that strawberry flavor, chocolate, vanilla, it doesn't taste like that. It tastes like food because it is food, and we don't have any artificial flavorings to make it any different. So slowly implement, and then you can get your full serving size. And then the other thing is you don't get that chalky kind of chemical taste in your mouth after, because there's no chemicals.
It's very smooth tasting, yeah. We do have 2 different bags. One is this green bag, and this is our original blend here. This one is the one we suggest for children.
Yeah.
So if you're out and about, or if you're online shopping and you see, there's 2 different ones, for your kids, pick up this gray and black bag.
Yeah, quinoa and hemp seeds. That's
it.
2 ingredients.
Quinoa and hemp seeds. Yeah.
A lot of times people are like, "What? There's only 2 ingredients?"
They're like, or they
Where's the
look
rest
at the
of them?
back and they're like, "Where's the list of ingredients?" Because it's just 2 ingredients down under here.
Yeah, they say, "Where's the rest of the ingredients?"
Where's the rest?
What are you trying to hide from us?
Yeah, no, that's it. Quinoa hemp hearts.
Yeah. So that answers the question. We're going to be posting this all over because we get the question so often. Is CTP safe for kids?
Yes.
100%.